We'll try to make it clear. 3 tips for a successful Rosh Hashanah. There's more tips if you want, but oftentimes when you have a delineated number, it's all summed up. All the side branches are summed up in the main points. So I want to speak about tip number 1 today. The din of Rosh Hashanah, so to speak, the judgment of Rosh Hashanah, is hinted to in that there's a halacha. There is a point of Jewish law that a person should not pray by themselves on Rosh Hashanah. Don't pray by yourself. Don't say, oh, Rosh Hashanah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go out to this mountaintop. I'm going to sit up there. I'll bring a shofar by myself, the wind in my payas, the sun on my face, deep meditative breathing. The whole of nature will sing the song of Rosh Hashanah with me. But I'm not going to be with the community. I'll be by myself. So the halacha shares with us it's very dangerous. Not dangerous to just be by yourself, by nightfall and who knows what. But more dangerous that spiritually, on Rosh Hashanah, when a person says, I'm going to do my thing by myself, I'm going to do my thing. So Hashem says, okay, you're going to do your thing. Well, let's open up the books. Let's see you how as an individual, how you're doing. Okay, well, as an individual, you've done this and this and this. Oh, and that thing. Okay. And and this one, remember? Oh, what about that one? But if you say that I don't want to identify as much as an individual, I want to identify as part of Klal Yisrael. I want to identify as part of the entirety of the Jewish people. And really the entirety of humanity. Because Rosh Hashanah is the birthday of humanity, which means the birthday of free will. I want to identify as part of Klal Yisrael. Well, there's one thing that's promised. Klal Yisrael will live forever. Netzach Yisrael lo yishaker. B'chol dor v'dor, oimdim aleinu l'chalo yiseinu. Every single generation, there are those evil nations that get up to try to destroy us. Ve'akodesh Baruch Hu matzi leinu miyodam. And Hashem once again saves us. Rav Ken Spear has an amazing shirt, right? It says, ancient Babylonians, where are they? Oh, yeah, gone. Ancient Greeks, one of the greatest empires in the world, where are they? Gone. You ever met an ancient Greek out there? What about the Romans? The sun never set on the Roman Empire. Oh, yeah, gone. What about just keep going down the list, the greatest empires in the world, the Mayans, the Aztecs, where are they? Gagangan, gone. And there's one nation that's seen it all, the Jewish people. Mark Twain commented that's one of the greatest proofs of God's existence, is the continued existence of Klal Yisrael. I think a lot about 1967, about the impossible war where we were being threatened to just be plowed into the Mediterranean Sea. And once again, miracles, open miracles of our survival. Hashem promises Klal Yisrael will go on forever. Because Klal Yisrael is beautiful. Where else do we find this? In the story of Mordechai and Esther. Purim, our favorite holiday around here, right? Yeah. How does the Purim story go?
Haman wanted to wipe out the Jews.
Beautiful. Haman wants to destroy all the Jews. It sounds like, that's happened once or twice before. And he plots. And Queen Esther comes in, and she has this moment, this incredible opportunity to go into King Achashverosh to plead for the Jewish people. And does she want to go? No. Because if you go when you're not summoned by the king, off with your head. And Mordechai says the famous words, Imacharish tacharishi. if you don't go at this moment, Revach v'hatzala lamoid la Yehudim b'makom acher. The salvation will come to Klal Yisrael from another direction. If it's not you, Queen Esther, the Jews will be saved. But at ubei savir toivenu. But you and your home and your lineage just won't be part of that story. Kimi yodat im la'eis hazois higat lamalchus. And who knows, maybe this is your moment. Maybe the entire reason why you came into the kingdom was this moment, to be bigger, to be Klal Yisrael dik. Because the Jews will go on forever. And therefore, on Rosh Hashanah, the more you can make yourself an ish tziburi, a man of the people, the more involved with the people you are in Rosh Hashanah, the better. So what would be examples of that? So during the meal, you're just going to sit there, with your pomegranate and your apple and your honey, getting involved in the sweet fleishiks that are going to come out. Or no, you eat a little bit, you clear the plates, you bring out the food for everybody else. Oh, could I fill you up a glass of water? Do you want something? Your friend's not doing so well, you bring him something. You're for the people, with the people, davening with the people, as much in the minyan as possible, with everybody. An ish tziburi. And I want you guys to think, what are other ways that I can become more of an ish tziburi, more and more with the community, a community person? You should also think now in the days coming up to Rosh Hashanah, what can I do to make myself more integrated within Klal Yisrael? Tzedakah for sure. Especially if you're somebody that gives tzedakah on a constant basis, you give charity on a constant basis. Well, the Shem says the Jewish people have to go on. And people need tzedakah. Oh, you're giving tzedakah? You're a necessary part of this organization that it should keep going. Think of other examples. Let's say you meet with somebody who's not doing so well. Maybe you provide therapy services. Maybe you're a big brother for somebody. Maybe you're somebody that always gives a good smile in the morning. You see somebody, they come in, you go, oh, Shalom Aleichem, a big smile. So Hashem says, well, I need Yidden to be happy. Oh, so that Yid, he's the smile man. He makes sure when people walk in the yeshiva that they get a geschmack, a smile. Well, he's part of the thing. The Jews will go on. So think to yourself, what are the things that I'm doing that's making me more an ish tziburi, a part of the tzibur? And what are the things that I'm still doing that's like my own, shtick, my own thing, my own, I do my own thing, I'm off on my own program. On Rosh Hashanah, you don't want to be on your own program. It's all about being there for everybody. Maybe you're good at waking up in the morning. That's one of your things. And the guys around, they already told you, bro, I know Rosh Hashanah, I should probably come to synagogue. It's like one of those days. So, will you help me wake up? I know you're good. You're like that guy that's always in synagogue. Can you maybe help me out? Yeah, but every time I've tried, you punch me, you get aggressive, you yell at me. No, I promise, please help me. Help me. Are you sure? I'm sure. You sure? I'm sure. So be that guy. Well, first of all, don't be that guy that gets aggressive when somebody tries to wake you up because you want it. But be that guy that even if he says, I don't want it, you want it. I don't want to get up. You do. And you help him get up. Help him get up. The Jew wants to be up. Rosh Hashanah. Whatever talents you have, think of your talents. Think of what can I give for the tzibur. How can I help you be successful? Maybe you understand the davening a little bit more. So before, maybe help teach some of the guys. Some of the davening. Maybe you know some of the music. Maybe you're one of those guys that's really good with the Rosh Hashanah tunes. So maybe teach some of the guys, because some people are going to be feeling a bit uncomfortable if they don't know all the things. So don't worry, let me show you. I'll bring you into some of the parts. You're going to notice there's one thing that we're going to do a lot of. And when everybody does it together, it sounds so good. There's many, many parts where we go, Ay, 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 ay. It's like we all chime in. So there's always a few people that know exactly when to chime in. Rabbi El Sant is always on top of it. You'll see he chimes in. So if you know those parts, they give you a bit like, ay, 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 ay. It's like, oh, and then he'll start to get it. Because when everyone gets into it, it's the most amazing symphony. And we talked about this on Leil Slichas, be loud. Loud. Remember we said if you're knocking on somebody's door, like this, so you hear somebody knocking on the door? So either you decide to open or not, maybe not. When somebody's banging on your door, like, oh, what is it? So too these days, if there's banging happening, Hashem says, I better listen. So in davening, be loud. Be very loud, vibrant, excited. Think of your talents. Think of the things that you do well. And how you can, this time of year, give that to the tzibur. I want to be an ish tziburi. Because then you're not going to be judged anymore as an individual. You're going to be judged all together. And we need you. You're that guy that always, gives up, makes good, nice coffee for people. If there's coffee, there's hope, like they say. So you're the guy that always has the good coffee. The Jewish people need you. It's a big thing. So think, what are the talents that I have? What are the things that I can bring that are going to help everybody? They're going to help the community. And everyone should start thinking of that now. Start writing it out. Now, what do I contribute? What do I bring? Because Hashem says, I want this beautiful, beautiful people to be as successful as possible as an entirety this year. So anybody who's into that and is contributing to that is part of it. Therefore, one of the biggest ways to sum up tip number 1 is to be a giver for the community. An ish tziburi is someone who's doing for the community, giving to the community. And giving what? Giving your talents. Giving the things that are special, that you do special. Giving of your time, giving of yourself. Giving and giving and giving on Rosh Hashanah. Clearing the table. If something spills, let me just grab that. Not to think, one of the workers are going to take care of it. If it's spilled on the table, it's maybe affecting your friend. Let me just help out. I want to just give and give and give. Tip number 2. We'll only have time for 2 today. We'll have to have a part 2 tomorrow. We're only going to have time to begin. Tip number 2. Tip number 2 is bittul. Bittul means everything that's happening on Rosh Hashanah is from God. God has an absolute plan, and ein oid milvado. There's nothing but God. It's not he said, she said, he did, that guy. I had a Rebbe who would always make this motion before Rosh Hashanah, and it was like something that it's inevitable, so get ready. You're going to have some guy davening beside you, and his jacket's going to just perfectly hit the, click, click, click. This is actually covered, so you can't hear it that well. But the davening, click. Bro, are you exactly making that noise to annoy me in the Shemot Esrei? What is up with that? And there's always going to be a promised seats. Remember that. There's always you're ready to go. You got your whole stack of stuff. You're ready, English books, and then someone's in your seat, like a new guy that just showed up, and he put his whole thing, and he's already there, his feet up. There always is a promised seat, and you signed up first. He's in my seat. Everything, like they say on the day of a wedding, you'll see this. They tell the bride and groom on the day of the wedding, 10 things will go wrong. Wow. Yeah. So as soon as your day of the wedding comes, instead of freaking out, the band just canceled. Oh, okay, number 1. Oh, the flowers, yeah, shortage. They gave it to the other place, sorry. You got to pick some dandelions outside, I guess. Okay, number 2. What do we have? One of my dear Talmidim, by him, there's a snowstorm, no catering. And that was an interesting one. Catering. And by the way, it was a famous story, and people made food, like the whole thing, how they pulled it all together. An amazing thing. Like the women mobilized, WhatsApp groups, literally the kugels showing up and meat, and an amazing thing for a wedding in Lakewood. And things will go wrong. Things will go wrong. Rosh Hashanah is about bittul. Bittul is you think that it's got to be like this, that it's all figured out, and your favorite shirt might have it. I don't wish any of these things upon you. But Hashem will do these things on Rosh Hashanah that you could realize that God, the message of Rosh Hashanah is God is running the world. Not you. God is running the world. And there's a reason why all these things are happening, that you can increase your emunah, that everything's okay. It's very, very important. God is running the entire world. And therefore, your favorite suit is going to have, like, you thought it was dry clean, and all of a sudden, what? Or they mixed it up, or it didn't come, and this. Anything that you could think could happen. Rosh Hashanah is about bittul.
What does bittul mean, actually?
Bittul means nullifying your expectations, if it has to look this way, that way, or the next way, and realize that God has a plan. And the opposite of bittul is anger. Anger comes when a person says, no, it shouldn't be. Oh, the caterer. So what flour shortages? I ordered this one. Why not? They brought the wrong thing. I'm going to call that dry cleaner. I'm going to let him have a piece of my mind. It was just a test. That's why the Gemara says anybody who gets angry, it's like he worshipped idols. Why is that? Because when a person gets angry, what are they essentially saying? This must not be God. I have a picture in my mind of the way things should look. And this is not it. Whoa. You don't believe God is doing this? Well, you must be worshiping something else. Anger is idol worship. That's the worst thing to have on Rosh Hashanah. Okay, so in review, my friends, we've done 1.5 of our tips. Tip number 1, Ish Tziburi. Be a man of the people, right? Because the judgment is on. Klal Yisrael will always come out good. Point number 2, bittul. The more a person could realize that this is the day where the greatest test is, are you going to realize that I'm the king and running everything? And give yourself to that truth, the more you're going to fly on Rosh Hashanah. We should be Zod Mashiach. Amen. Stay tuned, part 2 tomorrow. Call 2.